Still in substitution, one thing that we need to have is one of the variables in one equation to be by itself. Here we don't have any, so we have to get rid of one of them, to get one of them by itself. So looking at my first equation, I'm going to have a hard time getting the x or the y by itself. But looking at the second equation, I can see I can get the y by itself. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to move the 4x over as a negative 4x, divide everything by negative 1. So basically, I'm going to switch the signs. So I'm going to get that y is equal to 1 plus 4x. Okay. Now that I have the y by itself, I'm going to substitute everything that y is equal to the first equation. So I have 3x plus 2 inside parentheses 1 plus 4x, and all this is equal to 13. Get rid of parentheses by distributing the 2. So I have the 3x, which has nothing to do with parentheses, plus 2 plus 8x is equal to 13. On the left side, let me combine my x's. 3x plus 8x, that gives me that 11x plus 2 is equal to 13. Let me subtract 2. So that gives me that 11x equals 11. Divide both sides by 11, and we're going to get that x is equal to 1. That's half of my answer. Now that I know the value of x, let me plug it into this equation. Y is equal to 1 plus 4x. So basically, I have 1 plus 4, better known as 5. So y is equal to 5. That's my second part of my answer. So my solution will be 1, 5. X equals 1, y equals 5. Now, our goal for elimination, we're going to solve this other method is called elimination. Our goal for elimination is if we combine the like terms, we're hoping one of the letters to eliminate, to cancel out. I see if I combine the y's, they're going to cancel out. In order for them to cancel out, they must be the same number, just opposite signs. All right, so let me combine my like terms. If I combine the x's, I get 6x. If I combine the y's, I get nothing. If I combine the other numbers, I get 0. So I have that 6x equals 0. Let me divide both sides by 6. And that gives me half of my answer. Now that I know the value of x, let me plug it into any equation that I have. I'm going to use this equation. So I have 2 times 0 plus 3y is equal to negative 6. So I have 0 plus 3y is equal to negative 6. 0 basically does nothing. So I have the 3y equals negative 6. Divide both sides by 3. Y equals negative 2. That's the other half. So my answer is 0, negative 2. Keep in mind my answer comes in alphabetical order. X and then Y. Now, in this case, if I combine my like terms, none of them cancel out. So for this moment, let me multiply the first equation. Let me multiply everything by 3. On my second equation, let me multiply everything by 2. They might seem like random numbers right now, but I'll explain that in a minute. So once again, the first one multiplied everything by 3. So I have 15x minus 6y is equal to 12. Once again, multiplied everything by 3. The second equation, I said multiplied everything by 2. 4x plus 6y is equal to 26. Now we can see that the y's are going to cancel out, and that was basically my plan. I was trying to cancel out the y's, so I was thinking least common denominator. I can make them both meet at 6. And I see that they have opposite signs, so they do cancel out. When I combine the x's, I get 19x. And then 12 plus 26, that gives me 38. Divide both sides by 19. And I get that x is equal to 2. Now that I know the value of x, I'm going to plug it into any equation. I'm going to look at my original equations, and I'm going to plug it in this one. It doesn't matter which one you plug it in. So I'm just going to go 2 times 2 plus 3y is equal to 13. So I have that 4 plus 3y is equal to 13. Let me subtract 4. 3y is equal to 9. Divide both sides by 3. Y is equal to 3. That's my second answer. So my second half. So my answer is 2, 3. This other one here, this one says solve the system. It doesn't matter how we solve it. I'm going to go by, let's go by elimination. Or, yep. Let me multiply the first one by -3. I'm looking at my x's. I'm like, oh, it seems like they're going to cancel out. So multiplied everything by -3. So I have -6x plus 3y is equal to -9. My second equation, let me just leave it alone. 6x minus 3y is equal to 9. Once again, I wanted my x's to cancel out. It seems like the y's also cancel out, so I have nothing on the left. On the right side, -9 plus 9, I also have 0. When I get rid of all my letters, which is this is the case, I have a special case. If my numbers are the same, 0 equals 0, then I'm going to call this infinite many solutions. This is how we have seen it. Which just means many solutions. There are going to be many, many numbers. If I was to graph these, they give me the same line. So basically, the points where they intersect will be a solution. Now, let's take a look at this other one. I'm looking at the x's. Let me multiply everything in the first one by 2 because I want to cancel out the x's. So I have 2x plus 6y is equal to 8. My second equation, I have -2x minus 6y is equal to 3. I'm going to leave it alone. Once again, I wanted the x's to cancel out. I notice the y's also cancel out, so I have nothing on the left. Right, and my nothing, I write it by 0. On the right, I have 8 plus 3. Now, I have no letters, so that's a special case. My numbers are not the same. 0 equals 11, right? It's not the same. So here, this is no solution. No matter what values of x and y you can think of, you're not going to make both equations true.